My name's Tanya, and today I'm going to do an EFT guided session on the fear and anxiety that is arising in a lot of people because of this outbreak of coronavirus. And fear begets fear, so there's a lot kind of incrementally happening day on day. And what can we do for ourselves in this time of fear and panic toilet roll buying? Well, we can look after our mental health, and we can ground ourselves, and we can use some techniques that help us to stay in the present rather than in the fearful future. So EFT is a form of emotional acupressure. It's working with energy points around your body. It is tuning into the feelings and giving them some space rather than trying to numb the feelings or stuff them down in some other way or project them. It's about actually engaging with our feelings, giving ourselves permission to feel whatever we feel. And it helps us in doing the process of tapping when we tune into how we're feeling, and we're tapping on the energy points to get this energy moving and being processed and building in some self-forgiveness. And it can help to take the intensity down for our feelings, helping us to be more present, which is all we've got, the present moment. So I'm not going to go into a lot of explanation about EFT. I'm just going to show you the hand movements now and how it looks. So either hand is fine. Tap in 2 or 3 fingers. This is the karate chop point. And the next point is the top of your head. So these are all the places where you've got energy points. The next one is the inside of your eyebrow, outside of your eyebrow, under your eye, under your nose, under your mouth. Next point, find your collarbones and kind of go down and a little bit out until it feels a little bit tender. So at this point you can either rub it or tap it. I like to tap it. Very good point for emotional overwhelm. And the last point is sort of here. If you're wearing a bra, it's kind of halfway down in your middle of your bra, and it's another sort of tender spot sometimes. So we're going to be tuning into these feelings. And if you're very in touch with your feelings and you know what you're feeling, then you can just substitute your words for rather than what I'm saying. And I just encourage you to feel what you're saying. So we're going to do different kinds of tapping on this. Some on the anxiety that some people are feeling, some on the frustration that other people are feeling, that are getting really annoyed at the situation and annoyed at people for panicking. So it might seem a little kind of disjointed, but if you're watching this, then hopefully you'll find your place of where you're sitting at the moment and work through some of those feelings. Okay. So as we begin tapping, just repeat after me what I say. Okay. So even though I'm really stressed out with this virus and I'm worried about what's going to happen, I accept myself anyway. Even though I'm feeling really stressed out and anxious about this virus and what could happen, I accept how I feel and myself. Even though I'm feeling full of anxiety about what could happen, I am open to accepting myself as I am. I'm feeling really overwhelmed and really panicky. I'm really stressed. And I keep reading about it. And it's making it worse. And I can't stop thinking about it. And I'm worried about myself. And I'm worried about my family. And I feel really panicky. And I don't know what to do. I allow these feelings to be. I allow myself to feel whatever it is I feel. It's okay that I'm scared. I am here for me. And I am open to working on this right now. Even though I'm really scared of what could happen. And there seems to be a lot of panic. I accept me anyway. Even though I'm annoyed at myself for getting so panicky and stressed about this, I accept myself anyway. Even though I wish I could be calm and rational, I accept how I feel anyway. I want to be really calm about this, but I'm getting really stressed out. I feel really anxious. What if we all get it? What if I can't work? What if we all have to stay at home? What if I can't do this? I feel really panicky and really trapped. I'm really scared. I'm really scared of the unknown. It's bringing up a lot of fear in me. I breathe through this fear. I accept myself, even though I'm scared. I allow myself to have these feelings. I allow whatever is arising to arise. I have no control, and I don't like that. It feels scary to have no control. It feels scary when everybody's panicking. I feel scared for myself and my family. In this moment, I am safe. We are safe. All I have is this moment. All we ever have is this moment. And the more I get pulled into the what ifs, the more scared and ungrounded I become. Right here and right now, I am safe. I am safe. Even though I might not be safe, and even though there might be an outbreak here and affect myself and all my family, I accept myself. Even though I'm feeling full of panic about what could happen, I choose peace. Even though I'm getting caught up in all this fear and anxiety and I'm completely overwhelmed, I choose peace. I have no control. I choose peace. I am full of fear. I allow this fear to arise. And I also allow myself the option of being present. I choose peace. I choose presence. Even though I'm scared, I choose peace and presence. Even though my mind wants to go into this fearful future, I choose to empower myself with peace and presence. I choose to empower myself with peace and presence. Even though I'm scared and I don't know what's going to happen, I choose peace. Even though I'm terrified about what could happen and who I could lose, I accept myself anyway. Even though I'm full of anxiety, I slow down and breathe. I feel anxious. I slow down and breathe. I feel scared and panicky. I slow down and breathe. I feel pulled into the future and all the what ifs. I center myself in this moment. I have power over my thoughts. I can either fill my head with fear or I can breathe and be in the moment and know that when I'm grounded in the moment, I make wise choices, born out of wisdom and not fear. Right in this moment, I am safe. I make wise choices. I am safe. I forgive myself for panicking. I am safe. I make wise choices. Even though there is all this fear, I choose to be in the moment with whatever is arising. I allow it to rise and fall. And I am always safe in the present moment. I choose peace over fear. Okay, so that's just a few moments on how we can tap, how we can try and take down some of the anxiety that may be arising in our system. All we ever have is the present moment, and throughout history, things have arisen and then things have fallen away, and we're none of us in control, even though we desperately want to be. And the more we try and cling on to being in control and panicking, the more we become ungrounded and we become in our heads and we lose our centeredness. And we have a choice of what we want to fill our heads with. And if we can be centered in the present moment and be grounded and breathe, we can make wise choices rather than panicky choices. And we can also choose what we fill our heads with. So we can either get overwhelmed and read all the stories in the media and get really caught up in that and create all these scenarios about what could happen. Or we can just be a very protective guardian over our headspace. And that is especially important for people with anxiety who may be already in a really vulnerable place and may be kind of spiraling because of this. If we can just remember to breathe, and we're always breathing into our tummy, breathing deeply through our nose and sighing it out, and just taking moments just to breathe and be present, then we can create a place where we are more in balance and harmony with whatever is arising. And so it's not about beating yourself up for getting scared or about getting really angry and frustrated at people who are panicking around us. We can tap on our feelings, and so tapping with EFT, you can do it on anything. So you can just be, even though I feel whatever it is, I accept myself anyway, and then repeating that 3 times, and then just have a conversation with yourself as you tap through the different points in your body. And there's a really good technique called the choice technique. So I didn't go into this too much on this one, but this is where you really allow whatever the feelings are arising. So for example, if there's a lot of fear, I'm terrified, I'm scared, I'm worried, I'm panicky, I'm overwhelmed, I can't breathe, what will happen? What if we all get it? What if I get really ill? What if my family get ill? What if people die? I feel so stressed with this. I'm completely out of control. I'm completely panicky. This is awful. This is horrendous. I just want to run away from all this. I choose peace. I choose faith. I choose to breathe. I choose sanity. I choose rational wisdom. I choose to be present. I choose to be grounded. I choose to protect my headspace. I choose peace. And so you would intersperse it, allow the panicky voice, because it just wants to be heard, and then drop in some powerful, positive self-talk, just reminding us to be present, reminding us to breathe. And this isn't to say don't read up on things, don't take precautions. It's not saying that at all. But what it is saying is don't let these things hijack your sanity and your peace of mind and your presence, because that's all we ever kind of have any power over, our thoughts and how we want to choose to feel. So I hope you found that useful. I do in-person sessions in the Ribble Valley, and I also do a lot of my sessions over Skype. So wherever you are in the world, if you feel like you need to work through some stuff, we can do EFT on most things. We say try it on everything, and I find it a really powerful way to engage with how you're feeling, and in doing so allow that voice to be heard, allow those feelings to be heard about whatever it is. And then in the letting it out, we do some processing and we work on clearing the energy in our system, and we can do it on anything. So and when I work with people, I work quite intuitively, so I would be tuning into you. So I tend to hear a lot, it's like you're in my head when I'm doing EFT sessions, and that's just because if I'm really connected with somebody in a session, it can help us get to the root of the fear and anxiety or whatever it is that's arising. Okay, so you can have a look. More details are on my website, tanyalouise.com, Tanya with an IA, and you can also message me, and I wish you peace and good health. Thank you.